Hey Run Junkies, welcome to Runners Without Limits TV, and we often talk here about the extras around running. All of those things we really do need to do to keep running healthy. Foam rolling, stretching, strength training, all of that. But one thing we should do at the end of every run is cool down. So often we stop the watch, get inside, shower, and get the rest of the day started. But a cool down is sort of a bridge between the run and the rest of the day. It's the re-entry point to daily living. So today, let's talk about why you should never skip your cool down and 5 moves to add after your run. One reason to cool down post-run is to avoid cramping and soreness. An abrupt stop to an intense run can leave us feeling lightheaded. A cool down allows your body temperature and heart rate to come down gradually. Also, you can improve your range of motion, your posture, breathing, and alleviate any tension brought on by the intensity of the run. So let's get into these 5 moves to do right after your run. Do each of these exercises for 30 to 90 seconds, taking a short break in between each. First up is the downward dog to runner's lunge. Start on all fours. Your shoulders should be over your wrists and your knees over your hips. Lift your hips up and back. Alternate dropping one heel to the floor at a time to stretch out the calves and hamstrings. Press your chest between your shoulders, then step 1 foot forward and lower the opposite knee to the floor. Hold this for 2 to 3 breaths, then step back into downward dog. Repeat with the opposite leg. The runner's lunge will give you a good stretch in the hip flexors and quads. Next up is the deep squat. Stretch out those tight hips and glutes by standing with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Your toes should be slightly turned out. Lower your hips down and back to get into a deep squat position, keeping your weight in the heels. Your hips should be low to the ground and your torso up straight. Bring your palms together in front of your chest with your elbows against your knees. If you want to feel more intensity in the stretch, press your elbows into your knees. The adductor rock back stretch is great for after speed work to hit the inner thighs and hips. Start by kneeling in tabletop position with your toes tucked under. Extend one leg out to the side, straightening your knee. Rock back to rest your hips on your heel, then return to tabletop. Repeat a couple of times, then switch sides. The quad and hip flexor stretch. We're going to start with this stretch with one knee on the ground, the other knee above the ankle. Flex your down leg and reach back with your hand to bring your ankle toward your glutes. You might want to set up a folded towel or a rolled up mat under the down leg. Tuck your pelvis under and engage your core. Slowly and gently move your hips forward to engage the stretch in the down quad and hip flexor. Breathe through this stretch and release, then switch sides. The back stretch is a great stretch for the back and torso. Lean forward at the hips, reaching out to a solid object with both hands. Your treadmill, a TRX, or a railing will work just fine. Your hips should be at about 90 degrees, knees slightly bent, and arms out. Gently lean back into your hips to feel the stretch in the low back. Inhale to release and exhale back into the stretch. And those are 5 great moves for your post-run cool down routine. But what do you think? Are there any moves you like to do right after your run? I would love to hear about them, so please leave thoughts, questions, comments, and suggestions for future videos in the comment section down below. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, remember, you have no limits. Happy running.